As always, Playdate is brought to you by Triple, the original high seltzer.
Redefining the party landscape.
You looked really good today. I like you got like a lumberjack vibe going.
Thank you. I was thinking about chopping down to cherry tree.
Also,
Where the hell's cherry tree?
Yeah, I've never seen one. I always pictured them as more of a bushel.
Yeah, or a bush. This is kind of fun. It's pouring rain on our heads right now, and we never get rain here.
The roof above us for the actually both audio and visual listeners is like, it looks like pilgrims built it. Like, it does not look watertight whatsoever, and it's not every time, because it rarely rains here. So when it does,
I think we had a leak in here the other week.
Did we learn about a new leak? The landlord stopped by to fix it last time, and like somehow came to the conclusion that like I must be the person that like, is in charge of leaks.
You kind of have that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that is. I have the face of a guy who doesn't know how to fix them, but is definitely like the guy you go to about the leaks. And he was just like, I think I told the story already, but his hands were just covered in like a color that I've never seen before. And he was like, roof's fixed. Like, it doesn't feel like it's fixed. And then he was like
soaked in blood. Roof's fixed.
He has like a pair of antlers in his hand. I found the problem.
I got it. He's like the whole head of a deer. Do you want to taxidermy this, or can I take it?
All right. Hacked it off.
I remember when I was in high school, I built.
There you go, bragging again.
There I go, bragging again. We did like, you did like the spirit competition, spirit week or whatever, like the last day of the week. I think I've mentioned this event before, but like we'd like decorate a wall for your year or whatever.
Yeah.
With like a theme. And one year our theme was like Sparta. Also, I was class president and I would rig elections, which is awesome. Or I would go in and I'd be like
rig your own elections?
I would basically like, we would vote as a class on like what the theme was going to be.
Yeah.
And so like people would submit them, and then I would be the one who would go around to each homeroom and gather the results. So I would go and I'd be like, all right, our two options are aliens or something, and Sparta, which would be really cool because then we could do this. So I would just...
Oh, so you weren't like...
I wasn't rigging the votes, but
you were swaying them in a certain direction.
Very, very...
I was going to be mad at you. I was going to be like, you're... Not that I care about like what happens to high schoolers, but like, I feel like that goes against your general belief system. So I would be confused.
It was, it was more that I would manipulate. I would be very... deliberate in the way I delivered each option to show preference to mine.
It was like that waiter that I was telling you about that clearly did not want to make the tiramisu sundae. Where he was like, we got pistachio cannolis. Those sound pretty good. We got like, a chocolate cake. Ooh. And we got...
Why would he have to make it?
Did I not tell you? He had to bring out
a cart.
He rolled out a cart. Right. And... he was like, and then we got a tiramisu Sunday. Like, that last one sounds pretty good.
Anyway, we did Sparta or whatever, and we built like a 7-foot tall wooden Trojan horse that I physically fit inside.
Rolled it out,
and we
gym.
like rolled it out for the pep rally, and like everyone circled around it, and then I like jumped out the back and was like, ah. And it was actually pretty sick.
Everyone was like, oh, it's just Will.
Yeah. But I snuck in like Spartan style, Elliot's Uncle Jim. Shout out Jim Leadham. Helped me build it. What?
That was so much sand that just came out of your Birkenstock.
Yeah, did you see how much came out of mine earlier?
Wait, sand?
So much sand.
There's like a lot from
so
mine.
much.
Oh.
Holy shit.
You're going sand crazy.
It's because I live near the beach.
Because you're a beach bum.
Because I'm a beach bum.
Well, it was because Will and I were clowning and miming around on the boardwalk.
We were clowning and miming around. All right, we'll get into that in a second. But
sorry.
I got to finish the story. I don't even want to either at this point, but I'm too far in.
I hate it as much as you do, man.
Trust me, I'm dying.
What?
What are you pointing at?
It's on the ground.
Lauren's pointing at what? What's on the ground? The sand?
Kevin King.
Oh no!
Suffocating down there. Good eye, Lauren.
So we built a 7-foot tall horse out of wood that I could fit inside, which is sick, and it was the centerpiece of our hall. and we did this great thing and we won and it was all fun and games. And then the school janitor, when we were cleaning up, he was like, "What y'all doing with that horse?" I was like, "It's a 7-foot replica of the Trojan horse."
Yeah.
It's like,
good.
Honestly, no real plans. Why? He's like, "Could I take it for my birds?" I kid you not. And I did not ask any questions. I was like,
Sure.
All you take it on my hands right now. He's like, "Great, just leave it here." And so our school janitor took a I don't know, like, what does that mean for his birds?
I think he probably created some sort of like housing for it's like the biggest birdhouse imaginable.
Best case scenario is that he didn't like rework it at all, so his birds just live inside the hatch of the because the middle was like I could fit in there.
I bet he cut a window out, cut a little hole in it, probably put some feed on the.
I just like the idea that it still like looks like a horse. And we had the eyes light up too.
Damn. Yeah. Every
sick.
time you tell me about what you were doing in high school. Mm-hmm. I'm shocked that you had made time for all of these things. Like I didn't have the initiative to do anything like that.
It was like one day, and my buddy's uncle, who's like a carpenter, really helped. We would not have been able to figure it out without him.
Was the school like maybe don't bring that in, or were they just?
I mean,
whatever?
it was like we showed up and they're like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
They were clamping down on Spirit Week for sure, because the tradition used to be seniors would all bring in whistles, and anytime like our part of the hall was like very central to the schools. It was like
you had to walk
through it, and so anytime anyone that wasn't a senior walked through, you just whistle the shit out of all the whistles, and so it was like I remember as a freshman being like genuinely terrified to walk through that part of the wall.
I avoided the senior hallway, but you went to like your school was like for like all nerds, right?
It was all nerds, but it was
Like it was called Academic Magnet.
Yeah,
Like,
but it was
how bad could the bullies be?
But the thing is, it was
solve this equation, pussy. Pin you against the locker and like Pythagorean's theorem.
bitch.
Name it, bitch.
No,
read it to me.
Here's what I'll always say is like, sure, that was technically what it was, but it was like, that's all based on like who gets the best grades in 8th grade, which I feel like has not that much of a bearing.
I can tell you, I wouldn't have gotten into Academic Magnet.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Because I remember going into 8th grade. I'd just finished 7th grade. We were sitting around a bonfire, and my sister had her friends over. And one of my sister's friends, which I don't know how this doesn't occur to more kids, she was like, middle school doesn't matter. She was like, you can just start trying in high school. And we were all like, oh, what? Like, I thought, she was like, no, you just like, you take placement tests. She was like, you could literally like you don't fail a class. You can still get into like honors and AP classes in high school. And my dad was just like, why would you tell him that? And then we like, none of us tried.
That actually was not the case for me.
You like
honest.
Needed it?
Because the public education's so bad in South. We're like 48th in the nation in public education in South Carolina. So it was like,
you have to go to
if I couldn't get
school?
into Magnet,
Yep.
then my parents were probably going to pay to send me to private school.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of pressure on me to get into.
Not the PSATs like mattered for you.
What I think
It was like the SSATs or whatever. PS.
There was like
There's
to get
one
into my
for,
high
like,
school, there
prep
was like a
schools.
separate whole app. Like you had to take a separate test.
Yeah.
Go in for an essay. I wrote my essay about LaDainian Tomlinson, and they were like, "We need that." It was like, "Who's your hero and why?" And I was like,
Yeah.
LT."
You were the first guy that didn't say like Yo-Yo Ma. Like, all right, let's get some.
At least that's it.
We need some
They're probably
normal
trying to
kid.
like get more diversity at the school.
It's like the other way around. Like diversity for them is like normal guys.
Oh, I just meant like because I wrote about a black guy.
Oh, they're like, he's got the vision.
He's got the vision, but they didn't. That was a problem. The school was overwhelmingly white.
That's like Charleston in general now.
Not really. It was
Really?
Yeah.
I guess my only look into Charleston is Southern Charm, and then my friends that I went to college with that moved there.
Other huge parts of Charleston that are. I think it's like 60-40 white. But
Wow.
But then we got in a whole. Did I ever tell you about Watermelon Gate?
No.
Dude, it's fucked. When I was a freshman in high school. No, it was like actually really bad. When I was it was like on national. It was like on CNN. It was like national news. When I was a freshman in high school, the football team we were like the best our football team had ever been. We won 7 games in a row. Like we were so dog shit at like football and basketball and all that shit. And they started like one of the games, they stopped by some like stand on the way to the game and bought a watermelon. And then they started, and then they won the game, and then they like smashed it after, and they all cheered. And so then it became this tradition where they would bring a watermelon to every game. And after the game, they would smash it and all like cheer and celebrate. And then one of the games that we were playing, like we beat like a predominantly black high school, and some of the parents saw them in the parking lot. Like, and our team was we had one black kid on the team. It was all white. Otherwise, they saw them in the parking lot, like smashing watermelons and like jumping around and stuff and chanting, and reported it to the superintendent. So obviously, not, it doesn't look good. It was genuinely not. There was no malintent.
Feels like you're defending Watermelon Gate right now.
Well, I know the kids, like there was one of the kids. Yeah. Long story short, the superintendent of the school district gets involved. She fires our football coach. Whoa. They pulled every kid out of their classes and like interrogated them without telling their parents. Like I remember like being in Spanish class, and they were like came in and they got all the football players that were in our class, and they like took them one by one and like interrogated them. So then that was like
and they didn't have any. They weren't doing this with any malice. It was just it was like a bad.
It was like you could understand why it looked really bad.
Yeah.
But I also knew the kids were doing it, and I knew that they hadn't even thought of that until it was raised. Like we were like 15. I don't know. Like I honestly didn't even really know that like trope. But anyway,
it's a good word.
Yeah. But anyway, so then the pushback, like they were so over the top and like immediately firing the coach and interrogating these kids without parental permission, which is like a legal issue, that it flipped back the other way. And then the superintendent it was on the front page of CNN, and then the superintendent of the school district got fired and the coach got reinstated. And
it's like an episode of One Tree Hill.
It was insane. But it was literally the biggest.
It was on CNN.
Yeah, it was on the homepage of CNN.
Were they like, fuck these kids?
It was just reporting on the... Yeah. No, they weren't... There were... I mean, it wasn't like a...
That would... If you don't know that that's a tradition, though, that looks
horrible.
But it's also like, that's such a stretch, because it's like, that doesn't even really... Like, that doesn't even really make sense.
It was...
You would have to do mental gymnastics to like get to the point of like, that's bad.
It was just crazy, because they had like a whole like trial that was like... They were like... It was like in the news that like they had this whole investigation and like trial where people spoke, and anyway, it was a big drama.
I think the only time our school got on CNN was every 2 years we would do a TEDx event.
Okay.
Like TED Talks. And some kid had like the brilliant idea, because you have to, if you're a junior or senior, you have to sit through them all day. And they were just like, that's going to be a nightmare. And so they made weed brownies and they were giving them out. And just the whole school, like every junior and senior was like stoned at the same time. And everyone was doing like a really good job of hiding it. And then this kid I'm actually pretty good friends with the kid that did it, but the kid that, he basically gave a brownie to this kid that didn't know it was a weed brownie, which is messed up.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you want a bite of this brownie? And he took like one bite. And then they told him, and then he freaked the fuck out and went to the nurse because he thought he was dying. But it was like he wasn't high.
CNN?
And so we got caught, or I wasn't even in high school yet, but the school got caught. They everyone like kind of got out of it except for this one kid that had to transfer to Portland somehow.
Okay.
He was like the only one that got in trouble. But it was like on CNN because like these kids like ruined a TEDx event.
Everyone got too baked at TEDx.
Dude, there was one of our friends, or a kid that was in my grade that I was friendly with, was very smart. He was going to Brown and he got to do one of the he was the only student I ever saw get to do one of the talks.
That's very cool.
And he got up there and you just saw him like be like, fuck, I forgot that. I forgot everything I was gonna say. And he was like the nicest guy. So it wasn't like it was a kid everyone hated and you're like, fuck yeah, he's forgetting his lines. It was like, oh no, it's happening to him. Like, no, he rules. And he forgot him for like 2 or 3 seconds. And someone said something that like got him back on track and he nailed it.
That's great.
But it was like the most uncomfortable I've ever been, because you were just like, oh, if he, like, I think he had just gotten into Brown, like life was good. I think they were. This was like gonna be another like accolade he was adding to his resume.
Yeah.
And if you just like fuck it up, like I don't think that counts. Like I think it had gotten to the point where it was like he might just have to walk off stage.
Yeah,
If he couldn't remember where he was gonna start.
if you got to at least get going. Yeah.
And I think like in a real TED Talk, you have a teleprompter or like kind of key points that you're gonna hit. Like I don't think we had that. So it was just he was up there freeballing.
What was it about?
I don't remember. Something like way over my head.
Do you ever have like a moment like that, like where you blanked on?
Yeah, when I was I was the dad in Legally Blonde, and there's a scene. My first scene is like kind of this back and forth song, like we're singing at each other, my wife and I and Elle Woods. And
What grade? When was this?
this was senior year of high school.
Oh.
And I walked out and just I didn't tell any of my friends I was doing the play. They had found out, and like the whole front row was like my 18 boys, just like had like gotten there early and secured the front run. And so that like threw me off.
Yeah.
And I forgot it for a second because they're all just like filming. And I forgot it for like a millisecond. And then I got into it, but I can't really sing. So it was like the distracting part wasn't that I forgot the first lyric.
Yeah.
It was that like I wasn't good at singing.
Yes.
So it like softened the blow a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, no one was expecting like a home run. The kid who was supposed to be the dad dropped out.
Okay.
And our
You were the
theater teacher.
understudy.
No, I wasn't an understudy. Our theater teacher was like, I will give you an A if you be the dad.
Oh, that's a no-brainer.
And she was like, you don't have to come to any of the rehearsals, which like is why I didn't know
yeah.
because I was just like reading it. And then I went to like one rehearsal.
You had a book. Did you have like
I had the playbook.
your character just walked out with it?
No. I knew the things, but I'd only practiced it with the people like once. Like, I was doing it with like myself in the mirror.
Got it.
And yeah, that is a no-brainer. As a senior, I was like, I don't want to do this fucking class.
I remember going to my sister did a lot of high school theater, and she went to like a huge high school. Like these were some big shows we'd go to. It was awesome actually. She was great, and we went one time to see her, and I forget what the musical was, but it was like I actually don't know if she was in this one, but it was at her high school. It was like Piss Town or something. Like this sounds Urinetown. Is that it? Can you Google that? But like Urinetown.
You pranking?
No, I'm not doing a bit.
Wait,
Yeah.
Musical.
That's
That's crazy.
Wait, where?
It like was
Search it.
was up.
Hit enter. Just hit enter on the keyboard.
Give me a break.
What?
I was getting confused.
Yeah, Urinetown.
What an
I don't know what it was
Was it
about.
Flora?
I don't remember what it was about at all. But I remember being there.
I'm shocked I thought this was going to be some sort of prank.
And so I'm at Urinetown.
Right.
And this like mom comes in with her little kids. I forgot about that. I like remembering these. Sometimes this podcast, like as I dig through the well of stories, I provoke ones I didn't. Anyway, this mom comes in with her little kids and they sit next to us. And the mom's like, they come, like the banner drops down and they're like, welcome to Urinetown. And there's like piss decorations and shit. And she's like,
This guy's like,
she goes, and she's with her two like little kids.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh my God. She goes, my friend told me about this great high school musical. I thought it was High School Musical. Like it was a high school production of Urinetown, but she brought her kids thinking they were going to see a High School Musical.
Was it a little
funny.
bit like too inappropriate for babies?
Yeah, it was about, I mean, the whole thing was about like pissing and stuff, I guess. I don't remember actually, but I remember them.
They're
It was like
cracking
before
up
it
the
even started,
entire
like the
time.
banner drops down. She's like, oh my God, what is
That's
this?
funny.
it's like an audience participation when there's like streams shooting into the. Everyone's wearing those like ponchos that you wear if you're like watching a roller coaster that has a splash zone.
Yep, in the front row.
What were you gonna say, Lauren?
You guys didn't give the intro to the episode.
Well, we haven't even gotten to the intro yet.
Yeah.
I remember I did promise Lauren it was gonna be a shorter episode, but by that
Well, no, but I think just
I'm
doing
hammered.
the play date is important.
we'll do
at the
that in a
beginning.
second.
All right, you want to do it right now?
Playdate.
Playdate.
87. I'll let you take this one.
Sid the Kid.
There you
My
go.
hero, Sidney Crosby. I had all
Gronk.
pictures of him all around my bed growing up. I remember when he hoisted that Stanley Cup in 2009. Brian Wallace had built a replica Stanley Cup out of a water jug with a bunch of bowls taped and then covered in tinfoil. It was like actually the size. And me and my dad went out and hoisted it in the street. It's the best day of my childhood.
What about our coworker Travis Kelce?
Also our coworker Travis Kelce.
Dang.
Shout out Travi. Next accelerator is on me.
The problem is I literally can't get out of the house without caffeine. And so I already drink mine.
I normally would have drank my coffee at home, but I'm all out.
So I don't
drink
have one on the pod.
I read online somewhere that maybe it's good to like give yourself a little like while you're getting ready before you start drinking caffeine.
I think I told you this.
Oh yeah, I think I've read it.
I heard it in a podcast. Like you're supposed to give your brain 90 minutes to like naturally release what's making you feel groggy and tired in the morning before you.
I mean, if I have anything urgent, I don't do that. But usually I don't do caffeine until I get into work.
I felt extremely groggy this morning. Gronky. Put a picture of Kronk from Emperor's New Groove here.
A picture of Padme when she gets her back slashed in Attack of the Clones.
Did you guys?
I thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say something else too.
Put a picture of Padme when she gets her back blown out.
And if you have that picture, I don't even want you to DM it to me.
Airdrop it to me. This podcast is brought to you by Triple. Triple is the original high seltzer with 3 milligrams of THC and just 15 to 20 calories. Triple offers a social buzz similar to that of your favorite hard seltzer. Light on calories, high on life. It's all natural, gluten-free, and again, just 15 to 20 calories. Willie, what do you love about Triple, man?
There's a million different things. I would say number one is that it tastes delicious. So it's like fun to sip on. You don't feel shitty the next day. Here's my new use case that I've unlocked for Triple that's awesome. Golfing.
Yes.
I went golfing this past weekend.
About that.
And it's like the perfect. You sip on it between holes. Nice summer day. Even though it's not summer, it feels like summer every day here.
I don't want to step on your toes, but here's something I love about Triple.
Yep.
I like that you can ease your way in.
Yes.
Like most like edible forms of THC, it's like kind of an all or nothing thing. And it's like, we gotta like fucking gauge it. It's hard. This is like, you drink one, see how you feel. Drink another one, see how you feel. And you can like kind of like float on the thing. It's great. It's fantastic. Triple is born from a desire to blend THC's social buzz with the social ritual of sipping on a seltzer. Triple is currently available at grocery stores, liquor stores, bars, and restaurants in Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina. Looking at you, Carlston. It will be available in Illinois, Arizona, and Ohio by the end of the year.
Dark.
Nationally, it is currently available online. To get it now, go to drinktriple.com and use code PLAYDATE to get 10% off your order. That's drinktriple.com and use code PLAYDATE for 10% off your order. Triple, redefining le party landscape.
Let's get back into the episode.
What was I going to tell you? Oh, the theater talk was reminding me of this. Like, there were a lot of cool kids in theater, but it wasn't like the cool thing to do, except for one year. It was the strangest thing. Every when I was growing up, like you knew, it was such a small town, you like knew who the cool kids were, even when you were like in middle school. And I had older siblings, so you like kind of knew.
Yeah.
And usually it was like, you know, mostly like the athlete guy, like stereotypical guys. And then there was like one or two like token, like cool theater kids.
Yeah.
And then this one random year, the coolest kids, like even I knew it as like a middle schooler, were the like artsy kids.
That's sick.
And it was so cool. We went to see Wicked, maybe. They did something. And like all the kids, I think the reason they were cool is because they were actually like really good at theater.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's cool to be anything if you excel at it.
Yeah.
And then like Tucker Pillsbury was in that grade, and now he's like role model.
Oh,
and
his last
like,
name is Pillsbury?
Yeah, dude. We used to call we called his cousin Doughboy.
that guy's for being like the guy, he's like the coolest guy of all time.
Yeah.
He just lost a little.
Really? I think it's a cool name. Tucker Pillsbury.
Pillsbury?
It's funny.
That's
But Yeah, it was just like full of like cool theatrical kids.
My brother got me a hat for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like Maine, like, remember I think you said like your dad used to have it?
Oh, the green one with the Maine wildlife thing?
Yeah.
So sick.
And now Tucker Pillsbury is wearing it in all his TikToks.
I actually am.
And I gotta go find it. It's in my house.
I usually, like, if I didn't know he was from Maine,
Yeah.
I'd be pissed. I hate when non-Mainers claim Maine.
We got a big. Did you see the whole Old Orchard Beach drama yesterday?
No.
Oh boy, my parents' small town. That like this. We've talked about it before, but like where my parents live is like this very bizarre. It's like
it's almost
the Jersey
like
Shore for French Canadians or something.
Not where his parents live, but like that town in general.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, was like the name itself was like a punchline to a joke.
Yes, and so yesterday, because there's like this terror, like Trump did tariffs, and now Canada's doing tariffs back, and like Trudeau gave like this speech basically about like whatever. Long story short, in the speech, Justin Trudeau goes like, and like Canadians, like we're gonna take action, like we're not gonna come visit Florida or Old Orchard Beach anymore, and then just like goes on with the speech. And
Mom's like,
I was like, oh, it was like that. I saw a tweet that was like the Lil Sass meme, like. What? And like this town has a population of 8,000 people,
Yeah,
8,000 year-round residents, or something.
that even to me is shocking. I feel like in the summer, maybe 8,000. In the winter, there are 8,000.
No, in the summer, it's like the second biggest city in Maine in terms of like like if you count like tourists there, it's like it's like hundreds of thousands or something. It's insane.
I cleaned a lot of pools in Old Orchard Beach. But sorry,
off
continue.
season, like year round, like actual Maine residents that live there, it's like 8,000. But it is French Canadians that come. Like it kind of makes sense why he would have said that. But then like Dave Portnoy tweeted a video where like the moment he says old, it's like, and we're not going to come to Old Orchard Beach. And then you just hear Dave Portnoy behind the camera like, Old Orchard Beach? What? Is that a fucking threat? You're not going to go to Old Orchard Beach? Who gives a fuck about? So anyway, it was just all over Twitter.
I mean, at
least my Twitter.
Yeah.
If the Canadians stopped going there,
Like it would decimate
it would devastate the economy.
for like the state of Maine probably in some. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
in general, French Canadians I think make up a lot of the tourist revenue in the summer.
I remember being there as a kid, and a guy. What?
I'm scared it's gonna be like.
Yeah,
Rob
it's kind of like it's almost like it's gonna be like a nationalist take almost. But there was a French Canadian guy standing in front of me in like a Speedo, and like his ass hair was coming out of it. They all
still wear
Speedos. It's crazy.
It's so easy to tell.
That part of Canada is so confusing because like they're like French and like kind of English and Canadian and like they're just like an odd people. But they were standing in front of me and I was like 7 or 8. And was like kind of made some comment to my dad about like wish this guy wasn't in front of us, and he was like, "You can't say that." Like I think I might have even said like "go home" or something. My dad was like, "Jesus, dude."
At least he didn't say it in French. And then I also saw videos on Twitter that were like people like this is big threat. This is what Old Orchard Beach looks like, and it was not Old Orchard Beach. It was like somewhere that looked like way trashier. I was like, you could have posted a real picture of Old Orchard Beach. And
so like there's a bar out. Go to that pier, Lauren.
That's
the third
like,
picture. There's a bar at the end of that pier that apparently is like a movie.
I went
not in a good way. You're in the early 2000s in like so you're stuck in like a Jersey Shore episode.
So that pier in the early 1900s, Frank Sinatra performed out there. Louis Armstrong performed out there. It was Old Orchard Beach was the destination for like Boston socialites. JFK's parents met on the beach there. Swear to God. And then it had this like downturn, and now it's become sort of this like white trash. I'm really shitting on it, but
I feel like those types of people that maybe would have been in Old Orchard Beach just moved 2 minutes to Kennebunkport.
Or like the Cape, I guess, or something. But it was like the train line existed, so it was super easy to get to.
Yep.
From Boston.
Like the Bushes have a compound in Kennebunkport that our pool company, we used to clean. The pool company I worked at used to clean the Bushes pool, and someone almost hit Barbara. Like with the van.
Oh,
like
she was like with like a pool cleaner or something.
She was like flying, like she came out of some dirt road on a golf cart.
Jesus.
And like cut in front of them. And they almost hit her. And then they had to like really ramp up. Like Secret Service would like check the van for like fucking 45 minutes when they went in, and either we dropped them or they dropped us because it was like, this is just a waste of time at this point. But apparently my mom's been in the house and said it is like pretty odd.
In the Bush house?
Yeah. It's like not nice. It's like it's like a time capsule from like the 70s.
Oh, that'd actually probably be kind of cool.
But it's like not in the way the way she described it to me, like maybe not in the way you're thinking. Like you're like, oh, the Bushes must have like some lavish mansion. It looks really nice from the outside, and then it's just like a little interesting on the inside.
Interesting. Well, when I was a kid, we went out. I wanted to see the end of the pier. My mom and dad were like, "I'll take you." And like the end part has like a bouncer, but like I guess I was with my parents. They let me walk out. I was like 8, and we get out to the end, and there's like some guy doing like stand up in that bar.
Yeah.
And he just starts going like, "Oh, look at these fucking idiots! They brought their fucking kid. What the fuck are you doing?" And like saying all this shit. And I just remember my dad was like, and then we walked off the pier. And I like as a kid, I was like, I'd never seen my dad.
Yeah,
he's like the most like peace.
If you haven't met Tim Donnell, and it's like a,
it's like he just did
it's a Grateful Dead concert without the music. I honestly like I never really experienced that part of Maine.
It's gross. The pier is disgusting.
Maine in general is truly, it's a really great place, but it is kind of one of the strangest places.
My house is, like,
I think, to grow up.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
like, I think we missed out on a lot of things that like people who lived in more normal places got to experience. Like we just like didn't.
Like what? What do you think?
I don't know. I felt like just like the people you were surrounded, you feel like so isolated from the rest of like civilization, because like the closest real city is like Boston, and that's like, you know,
there's only one direction you
how
can
close and how long is that drive?
If you're flying, you can. My dad claims he's gotten there in 45 minutes.
No way.
That's what he claims. And and
literally flying.
Yeah.
It's typically like an hour 20, hour 30, but like if there's traffic it can get bad.
Yeah.
But I really like the train up there.
The train's great. It's like 2 hours from my door to downtown.
Yeah. But like when I go back in the winter, I get like a little anxious like being there. It's just
being
like
isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah, well you just get used to like you have access to more things out here. Like if you're hungry after 9 p.m., you better have something in the fridge, brother, because no one is delivering to you. Like, you can't get an Uber.
You can't get Ubers, yeah.
If you, like, you gotta... It feels like you're in, like, the 90s.
Like when you're, like, Uber... Like, if it's, like, you have an early flight, it's like you have to wake your dad up at 4 a.m.
There's a 50-50 shot no one will pick you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just... And now, like, Portland is a lot of, like, New Yorkers and stuff like that after COVID, and, like, that's... What?
What the heck? Like people moved there during COVID?
Yeah.
That's like what my family did.
No,
it was before COVID.
But it's just odd. Like
Jane just went to Portland and she loved it.
Who did?
My sister and her boyfriend.
Yes.
Portland's sick.
Yeah.
Portland's great. My mom lives in Portland.
Dare I say goated?
I would say goated. But we like the neighborhood that she lit my mom's houses in.
Yeah, was
like extremely seedy until like very recently. Like people used to get like I remember I was telling one of my dad's like coworkers like about the house when they were working on it. He was like, yeah, my parents like didn't even let me go up there, and he went to like a rough school. He was like, you didn't go to the East End, and now it's like fucking bougie town.
It's B town. Yeah, I don't know. Portland's sick though. I think it's cool.
I have a question.
Please.
If you guys could only spend the rest of your life in 3 cities, where would those? What cities would those be?
Wait, you can't even like visit other ones?
No. Like 3 places, and you can't go beyond an hour outside the city. So like you can't come to LA, then like
so
drive
like
up to Santa
Portland, I could
Barbara.
still go like an hour away.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd go Portland. So I could go to Booth Bay.
You go to like Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I think maybe
Central.
You're pushing it depending on traffic.
I would do probably here. People shit on LA.
I love it.
I love it here. I go through phases where I'm like, this is odd.
Sounds
The
eating me
longer I'm
alive.
here, the more I love it.
Yeah, well, I think
In my
like,
first year here, I was really struggling.
if you're hanging out
I
with
could tell
the wrong
Yeah,
types
when we
of
first
people,
met
You didn't even know me.
looked awful. Thought you were on H, but I think it's like any place if you surround yourself with the right people. Like I think we have a good foundation of like I think we all like our friends and roommates here.
Agreed.
But I would do LA, Portland, and then I feel like you have to pick one abroad just so you can like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I really liked Amsterdam, but I feel like that would not come in handy that often. Maybe like Nice, the south of France or something.
Nice. I think I would go. I think I would go
Lauren.
Charleston,
Okay.
Valencia, Spain, and then I think I would have to do something like kind of rural. I think I would do like
Bozeman.
not Bozeman, but like somewhere like in the
Big Sky.
Like I'm definitely thinking Montana. Yeah, like somewhere, like where like Glacier National Park is.
Oh yeah, I would kind of want to.
Kalispell, Montana. There we go.
I kind of need Florida though.
Where Brock Osweiler's from. I'm going to Florida. We're going to Florida.
We are going to Florida.
We're going to Florida.
Wait, that's the comment for
It's a
today.
hell of a
Oh,
drive.
you guys comment your 3 cities.
3 cities you'd go to. Lauren, where would you go?
Chicago.
What made you think of that?
I don't know. Well, I haven't been.
Chicago's. I forgot. Every time I go to Chicago, I've only been like 2 or 3 times. Every time I've gone, I'm like, this place is awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Is it as expensive as like here in New York?
No,
it's like
not
so
even
much
close.
cheaper.
Like you could get like a sick apartment.
Yeah.
For what you're paying, you could
Yeah.
live on top of the Empire State Building.
My friend Olivia.
The Sears Tower.
My friend Olivia lives in the sickest apartment in Lincoln Park. Like, I don't know what floor, maybe like the 15th floor. Huge windows, like floor to ceiling. She can see the full skyline. It's insane. Like such a bougie new apartment. She pays $1,500.
She pays how much?
$1,500 with 2 other roommates.
Dude, Ty has the worst room in our apartment. It's $1,700.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
And it is like his bed touches all 4 walls.
Hey, I think we're going to Lincoln Park for a live show.
You are?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
added to Chicago?
This is secret, but yeah, it's gonna happen.
Am I
Well,
cutting this?
they sent us a date, but Billy can't do it, so we have to try to find a new date.
Am I cutting this?
But it was a venue. No, it's fine. I don't care.
Oh.
I don't know.
Wait, can I come?
Sure.
Can you just?
Also,
I'll take pictures.
I gotta say this before I forget it. My good family friend Eileen Sosa reached out to me. She runs this amazing organization called Outreach Paraguay that I went to Paraguay with, and they do really important work.
Are you selling ads on the side?
Yeah, I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid. But
If we got into an arms race of like plugging different products without the other person knowing.
Yeah, we're like wearing all shirts and
all right, sorry, continue.
No, but they're awesome. They do preventative like diabetes testing and other like medical testing and stuff for people who don't have access to like primary care physicians in rural Paraguay. And I went and did a really cool thing with them when I was 15. And can we put a link in the description if you want to support them? I told her I would
Put a picture
this.
of Will in Paraguay right here.
Yeah,
Oh, that's very sweet.
I got a
I
job
love that.
pumping gas while I was there with this guy, Tio Jaime. It was sick.
How long were you there?
6 weeks.
Paraguay.
But yeah, she's the best. It's a great organization. She reached out and she's like, "Hey, since you have a platform,
Yes,
Aw.
you talk about
I
outreach
love
Paraguay."
that.
That's great.
What I am gonna nitpick a
You
little
did
bit.
it for your thing.
No, I'm not gonna
wrong with
nitpick you
that.
plugging that.
Oh.
I'm gonna say
So defensive.
does
I was scared
pumping,
you guys were going to be like,
No.
"Fuck you."
does pumping gas for 6 weeks help anyone?
The car was totally overfilled. No. No, that wasn't part of the nonprofit. I was staying with a family and the uncle owned a gas station and he was like, "You want to come? I'll put you to work for a day." And I was like, "Sure."
Oh, it was just a day.
So one day I pumped gas.
I was like, that feels like your talents could be.
But it was
better.
sick, dude. It was during like the Copa America. So I was like working
Yeah.
at the gas station and then Paraguay's
Like,
game. Paraguay's game came on, so they brought out like a crate and put a TV on it, and like me and all these gas station workers that I was now a part of were like crowded around.
Oi.
Eating chipa.
What's
this
that?
ass bread.
Chipa.
They call it chipa.
Ass bread?
It's not ass.
I walked into the apartment yesterday, and my roommate Zach was just fucking screaming at someone, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's like a stressful day at work." And I like walked around because you have to walk past his room to get to my room, and like kind of peeked in. He was playing Apex Legends and was screaming at his friend like Matt or something because he told him to push, and Matt didn't follow him. And they take this like very seriously, but usually his door is closed, so I don't hear it. He was ripping this kid a fucking new one because he is like a very good strategist, and the kid didn't listen to him.
Yeah.
Or the kid said he was going to and then didn't.
Can you explain what this means for people like me who don't?
You're playing a video game and
so much
your enemies are like over there, and push means like we're gonna run towards them because like we have them on the ropes.
Okay.
And the kid stayed back. And then he came out in a shirt. We'll put a picture of it right here. He set the new high score for like most damage dealt in the game, and he made a shirt that says his high score or the amount of damage he dealt in the game. And then on the back it says
Zach did?
Your
a
roommate?
record. Yeah, Zach.
He made a custom shirt for his high score.
Yeah.
Wait, is it like a record for like the world or something?
I think just amongst his
That's
friends.
hilarious.
It's pretty awesome.
He has a lot of funny stories. First, the championship ring.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
He's such a funny guy.
That combined with that, I respect this guy. Takes pride in his accomplishment.
For sure.
He's awesome.
I respect the hell out of that.
We should have another like bowling night soon or
Yes.
game night.
Well, they changed our bowling alley.
Lucky Strike.
I went. It's still awesome.
Thank God. Wait, you've been bowling without us?
Me and
Bobby.
Bobby went.
Yeah, I would
I'm
do bowling.
down.
Or maybe we do the holy moly.
I heard that's kind of mid.
Oh,
Holy moly was okay.
Andrew Nelson went and said that it was.
You've been like telling everyone how amazing it is for months.
Well, now I'm worried that if
That's insane.
No, I know that is crazy, but Andrew Nelson went with his friends and he said that everyone was all like on top of each other and there wasn't any.
yeah, there is like a little log jam.
This is crazy. You were like I thought you were getting paid by them for the last 6 months.
I just wanted to hang out, and I was gonna deal with it sucking once we got there, and just figure that out. But the important part was just getting everyone in a room.
Yeah, fair enough. Didn't work.
We should do.
I want to do another Secret Hitler night.
Same.
I think actually I'll let you guys know Scott and I are working on Saturday to redo our patio, and if we can get it done in time, we might have people over Saturday evening for like a barbecue, and then we could play a game.
Oh,
if you guys
I
are
can't.
around.
I can't. I have drinks on Saturday.
Cool.
I could like hang out like Saturday day though.
I have a
That's
birthday
when we're
dinner.
redoing our patio.
Why are you guys doing the? Is the landlord like paying you?
No, I mean, she gave us. What do you mean?
She's like adding value. You're adding value to the property that you don't.
No,
own.
we're not like we're getting like new furniture and stuff. We're not like we're
Ripping
gonna like
up the-
clean up the garden and like
You're gonna like rip up tiles. and, like,
no. We're gonna get like I think maybe like a new rug and new patio furniture. Our patio we have a cool patio, but it's ass, and we never go out there.
yeah, well,
Do lights like twinkle?
something
We do have like
we hung
some,
out
but we
there
need
for a
more.
second, but there was something wrong.
Yeah,
right?
one of the couches you completely sink into,
Yeah,
or the bees.
the bees. It was it was like something stunk, or there were flies or something. Maybe it was bees. It was bees.
Well, the bees thing was all time. I've definitely told this story.
I wasn't there for the culmination of it, but there was
first
one
time-
that like just.
First time we started a fire, we triggered a wasp's nest. Dylan and Matt got stung, and we set off our neighbor's fire alarm within 10 minutes of the fire starting.
Crazy.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, then we'll hang out a totally different time. How's that?
Sunday.
Sunday.
yeah.
I'm supposed to play Cosmic Encounter, but I could carve out some
Hell
time.
is that?
It's my new game.
You can't have you can only have one new game per
Yeah.
week.
I told you
No,
about
you did.
Cosmic
He
Encounter
did talk
last
about
episode.
this. Yeah, he did.
Really?
And then I ordered it on
Really?
Amazon last night.
Really?
I got tacos last night that were goated.
From where?
Ooh, put a picture of my new trinket here. I got a new trinket yesterday.
Oh, yeah, got elephant.
I got a green elephant.
I'm gonna put
I asked the guy
a different trinket there.
when you were
huge
buying it.
dildo.
I asked, like, is that an Asian or an African elephant? And he was like,
I don't fucking know.
No, he said, Asian.
No. I don't think
He said Asian.
I thought he said I don't know.
And maybe he said, I don't know, Asian?
Yeah.
And so I was like, it was just funny that he guessed.
Wait, where were your tacos from?
Hermanito.
Hermanito.
Is in Sawtell.
Nice.
Do you order them?
No, I went there.
How?
I Ubered.
You Ubered to the restaurant
Yeah.
alone?
No, it was like with the live sketch guys and their like our touring managers.
Nice.
It was on the UTA's card. So
Beautiful.
I balled out. Got a Mexican Coke and
I got Mexican
stuck
Coke.
put it right on their bill.
Nice.
It was
All right.
epic.
Should we do the roadmap?
Oh, and their touring manager guy was like, "Hey, I'm sorry about that rusty thing." I was like, "Oh,
putting
you're
his name.
Yeah." He was like,
Yeah.
"I thought you were gonna come in here like ready to kick my ass." I was like, "Oh no."
Wait, did you ask him like how that even happened?
No, it was like the last thing he said to me as I was leaving.
That's so I can't. Like, how did he got to the point where it was like it's one of the two and just didn't check?
Yeah, I don't know. I actually have no idea how that happened.
It's interesting.
I should have kicked him in the nuts. Oh, great! Now
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get
Oh,
ripped.
can we get like an awesome lunch after this? I'm so hungry.
Yeah, do we have time for awful lunch?
I brought lunch.
You want to get an awful lunch after this?
Yeah, let's get something nasty.
What's the worst lunch you can think of?
Oh,
Garbage salad.
anchovies and
Mushy grapes.
mayo.
Oh, I hate a mushy. Wait,
Mushy grapes with like
cottage cheese.
barbecue. What are you looking at?
All right, ready? Raccoon sandwich. How's your
All right,
raccoon
we've got our
sandwich?
episode title. Raccoon.
We ate a raccoon sandwich. Someone left a comment that was like, I miss the old titles because they used to just be like,
Spoon bread.
what was there was one about
Halfway to Horsetown.
halfway to Horsetown, Sons of,
Cosmic Uprising.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. Oh, spoon bread. One was literally just called spoon bread.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Oh, that reminds me. I got a DM from a guy who was like, "I bought Wingspan since you won't shut the fuck up about it."
Dude, they should sponsor us.
I was like, I don't know if this is like an insult or a compliment.
Yeah.
That is funny where it's just like, this will shut him up.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll fucking get it, dude. Guys, you've heard us say this before, but you need to upgrade your energy to Accelerator. It's zero sugar, it gets the metabolism going, and it's 100% natural caffeine, and there isn't an energy drink that tastes better. I'm going to harp on this for a quick second.
Yes.
The natural caffeine. I don't have any science to back this up, but I'm sure someone out there does. I used to get very, very anxious when I drank caffeine. Like it just is a thing that happened to me, and I dealt with it because I wanted to have more energy. I don't get anxious with Accelerator.
Me neither.
No, they're fantastic.
Which
I
I thought-
really can't. I completely. I mean, you see me drinking them every episode. So.
I probably drink 7 a week.
Yeah.
I could have just said I drink 1 a day. I drink 1 a day. Sometimes I drink 2 a day. If
Well,
you need
maybe next week you try 7 on Sundays, so you're good for the whole week.
if you needed a sign to go try it, this is it, my friends. Go to Amazon right now. Hit the link in the bio.
Get it while it's hot.
Get it while it's cold. Ice cold.
And now I can juggle.
Nope.
Okay, what are we doing now?
Roadmap.
Yes.
Roadmap.
Roadmap.
I want to apologize ahead of time because there are 3 settings on my dab pen and it's green, blue, and red, which like could mean anything.
Like a stoplight.
Red
I
is
think
definitely like I avoided red, but I was trying to figure it out. So I was testing all of them out without the thought of like, oh, you're still ingesting.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I got higher than I wanted to be when I was writing these.
Yep.
And I think my ways to cancel plans are really good, but I think my ways to say you're hungry are not great.
That's
Oh,
okay.
great. I just spoiled the
Wait,
roadmap.
so you're saying you need to be under the influence to like
No,
use your brain and come up with
I was feeling like that was the right way to do it. We have a lovely episode for you guys today. We're going to hear your pitches, followed by our pitches. Then we're going to do everyone's favorite segment, Teach Me Something. Followed by This Guy Rocks. This Guy Rocks. This Guy Rocks today. Hey, this guy rocks. And he rocks so hard. And he rocks on my balls until they're all around.
Oh.
And then I fucked up and I forgot to find a permitting division of the building department. Does anyone have one?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna look for one very quickly.
Well, if you do a bathroom break, we can find it.
Okay. And then we're going to do ways to say you're hungry, followed by new ways to cancel plans.
Yes, sir. Wow! Sorry, I'm really, really riled up today.
Cleveland.
Wait, I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. Also, you guys, please continue to send in your business pitches to our Instagram, Playdate Pod. Much appreciated. And yeah, keep them coming.
Amazing. That was really well said, Lauren.
Thank you. Would you have anything else to say?
I just don't want you plugging stuff on our show like that.
Oh, on your show.
On our show, I said. I didn't say my show.
On Will's show.
I said our show. Run the clip.
It's my show.
It's Rusty's show.
Everyone knows that.
All right.
I wish that I was Rusty's girl.
Oh.
I wish
I
that I
want to
was.
see him turn me inside.
All right. Pitches. First pitch is from Elizabeth Michelson. She says, "Hi, Playdate. I have an awesome pitch idea for an app that is a map that tracks where you go in each city, and as you venture to new parts of town, the map unlocks. Similar to video games, how when you unlock a new location, it changes from blurred out /gray to colorful. I think it would make exploring a new city or just any city in general a lot more fun and also help get acquainted with your surroundings."
I have horrible news.
What?
It exists, unfortunately. It's actually a really cool idea.
I saw it. I got an ad for this.
It has the whole world,
Yeah.
and like as you walk through the world, I feel awful because that is.
If you thought of this 2 years ago, you'd be a millionaire.
They must have been like whoever came up with this. Who was her name?
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth was sitting there and was like, "Oh my god, that's like if I thought I'd come up with, or she did come up with it.
Yes.
Just someone beat her to it. It's such a fantastic idea, and I'm very glad that your brain is making the right decisions.
Yep.
Fortunately, some other lovely lady or guy beat you to it.
Is
You know
it
that there's
it's an
like an
app?
episode of The Office where Michael's like, when I was 6, I imagined something called a unicorn.
Yeah.
Before I ever knew anything about them.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at right now.
I watched The Office last night.
Really? Which one?
The dinner party.
Dinner party, like that tiny TV.
I was FaceTiming my girlfriend this morning, and there I go
Gotta stop bragging.
there I go bragging again.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
And she was like, "Why are all?" Because usually my closet door is open to hide my hamper, and my bathroom door is open just because I don't close it.
Yeah.
And they were both closed, and my other door was closed. And she was like, "Why are all your doors closed?" And I was like, "I got so scared last night," and I like kind of forgot that I got scared in the middle of the night. Like went up and closed them, but then it was like. They're never closed, and so the fact that they were closed was odd enough to ask.
That's funny.
Dude, sorry.
I got scared there was a guy in there. Because there's this thing. Sorry to cut you off, Willie.
No,
there's a vent above my toilet, and there's like what looks like blood like on it. I'll put a picture. I'll go home and take a picture of it and we'll put it right here. And I'm always convinced, I've been convinced in every house I've lived in that there's a guy that lives in my vents. But this is like the first time there's like stuff like oozing out.
Maybe it's the imposter. He's venting. Among us.
Sebaka.
Among us.
Among us.
Among us. Among us.
Lauren, are you sussy or crewmate?
I don't know anything about that game.
Lauren, crewmate.
What does that mean?
Oh, you don't want to know. She's a crewmate.
Lauren,
she has no idea what it means.
Lauren, are you venting or are you sussy?
Sussy.
Are you baka?
Nope.
She's a crewmate.
Yeah.
She's self-reporting.
Yeah.
In the
You guys, last night my sleep has been so shit lately. I woke up in the middle of the night last night. It was probably like 3:30. I think I was awake for like 2 hours. And
You were awake from 3:30 to 5:30?
yeah. No.
Too long to be. Just go back to bed.
Dude, I wasn't I wasn't on my phone or anything.
Oh, you were just like tossing and turning.
Yeah,
That's awful.
No, I couldn't sleep, but it was fine.
Take a
It was just
melatonin
long.
or
I did
something.
take a melatonin last night.
At 3:30.
No, before I went to sleep.
And it wore off.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll have I normally will have. You're not even listening to my story.
am.
I'm listening.
Thank you.
I was telling Will you're crazy.
I keep my journal next to my bed. So if I need to write things, I can write things down, obviously. And I remember I had I had a to-do list of things I wanted to do this week and things I needed to buy. And I remembered that I wanted to get flex rods for my like windows. Like, you know how you can just like put a bar in between and then get like curtains or whatever. But my light was off, so I was just like writing on this piece of paper in the dark, like trying to guess like where the lines were. I just thought it was.
Did you look at the results?
Yeah, it was actually decent.
That's pretty good.
It's like ideas and it's like sex for boys. Like, what?
But I remember I was just like at my pillow, like I propped myself up on my elbows, and I was like squinting, like really trying to see where to write it.
I wrote down a couple of things last night that I want to. I had ideas in the middle of the night.
What do you write?
This would be a YouTube video, but like, I don't even want to read that one actually. New names for your friend group.
Okay, I like that.
And then I woke up 30 minutes later and wrote new names for your group chat. Which are probably going to be pretty similar.
Should we do that?
I've been trying to get a word in edgewise for like 10 minutes now. I was on hinge.com again.
Oh, dating segment, dating.
No,
dating,
I realized.
dating.
You know how like I never do it.
Ew.
You know, that's what you were.
Yeah. No, you're a freak.
All right,
You know how, like,
bleep my hands, bleep my hands,
And play the.
bleep my hands and play the thing.
If you know how I was like, how I was saying I never do it. I just check my inbound.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really been captivated by anything. Well, I realized that I recently downloaded Hinge like maybe like a year ago after not having it since like college. Mm-hmm. My age range was set on 18 to 24.
Oh, you freak.
Hey, that's way too high.
That's such a bummer.
No, but I was like,
24-year-olds are like,
so I changed it. Now it's like 22 to I don't know. I think I might have gone to like 30. I don't know.
That's
29.
fine. You would do 22.
would you date a 30-year-old?
Maybe I think I might have said 23 is the bottom.
I don't think I'd want to date anyone
what?
younger than me.
22? You're 23.
I'm 24.
22 is a perfectly
Yeah, there's
normal
nothing
age.
wrong with that. I don't know. But it would be weird if they were like in college. I don't know. Anyway, long story short. So then I was going through it and there was someone with a prompt that was like, tell me your weed golf handicap.
Oh.
Did you swipe up and go?
Yeah, it was like 20 under.
Did she believe you?
I don't know. She
Just send her that
didn't
picture.
match with me. Yet. It was last night.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Don't do your... She's gonna.
I'm sure she is,
She's
man.
gonna love my body when she sees them.
Dude, I don't think you get pushed out enough if you're not throwing likes. Just go
correct.
through and just dislike people you don't like and like the hot people.
I'm working on it.
Wait, Will, can I want to look at your Hinge.
Yeah, wait.
My profile?
Pull up your Hinge, airdrop your Hinge. Let's analyze your profile.
I don't know if
right
I can. How can I airdrop it?
now. Just take a screen recording of you scrolling through it.
CarPlay. No, can
CarPlay.
Yeah.
We got
Like a van falls through the roof.
CarPlay.
No, well, we don't have to do it now. I just want to.
No, I want to do this right now.
I'm worried you guys are gonna eat me alive. I also haven't
No.
updated it in a while.
And now, this is the
You're in it.
Rain ASMR.
I'm in
segment.
Yeah.
Let's go. I get a lot of DMs of us in other people's Hinges.
Really?
Yeah. Like my sister sent me one of a guy in New York, and I'm in his Hinge.
That's funny.
Hinge.
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 Well,
All right, Lauren, you have to pretend to be a pretty girl, and
I am a pretty girl.
Well, a pretty girl that would be into Will.
Okay.
You are, Lauren. You're very pretty. I'm sorry for saying that.
It's okay.
Lauren, you have to pretend to be a pretty girl.
All right, Lauren, try and get inside the mind of what a pretty girl would do.
All right.
Ooh, okay. So
Okay.
feels like
Wait. This
just
is
a little hurt. You look awesome in that photo.
yeah, that's a cute photo.
And
Okay.
it's fun that it's like this could be us.
Great start. It also makes it seem like you have a lot of money because you're not that you don't have a lot of money, but you're immediately letting people know that
Oh, I didn't.
you're
really think
making
about
you're
that.
making high six figures, Willie, because you are on the
Yeah, that might be a misrepresentation.
you're on high. Will makes low six figures. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
All right.
Like pick a low six figure and then go to the highest part of that.
I don't think that's true, unfortunately.
I need to read this out for the audio listeners so they know what's going on. All right. So
it's okay.
No, I won't talk.
Oh, please. Actually, we need a girl's voice because you're a girl watching Hinge.
Well, I thought you asked me to.
Yes, please.
All right, so it starts with "This could be us," and it is a photo of Will at the Rams game with
Rampage,
with Rampage, the mascot,
and he's courtside for Fields.
Courtside. All right, now we have. I'm looking for a washing machine that automatically drops into the dryer.
Okay, I have a question, Willie. That to someone who maybe doesn't think it all the way through could maybe be like a little sexist.
What?
Like,
no.
How is that sexist?
Like you're looking for like you're looking for like somebody to like do your clothes because women are supposed to do your clothes.
I think you're really, that's a stretch. What I will say though, can I make a comment?
Sure.
I feel like you got to start with something a little like flirtier. Someone might be like, okay, that's kind of like, I'm bored.
I'm
not going to, ultimately I should just be myself, right? And if it's the right person, like I don't want to like curate myself.
No, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Maybe I have problems.
No, I don't. I mean, you're probably right, but
all right, I think you need your second. You can't have two.
SoFi Stadium. I didn't even think about that.
It makes it seem like you are either obsessed with the Rams, or you're like spending every Sunday.
Yeah, I didn't even
SoFi.
think about that. Actually, that's a good point.
I think we should move that.
Didn't even occur to me.
All right. Are you a dog person? Because
it's me and my dog.
That's a good pick.
I'm not obsessed with that one.
Frog in my bed. Wait, I like this.
That picture?
Oh, not the photo. I like the most irrational fear.
Frog in my bed.
Yeah, I think
it happened one time.
I think you should put that higher up.
You think I should start with frog in my bed instead of washing machine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a cat person? Because
all right,
and it's Will and I with a dog.
Will, you need to add updated photos.
Yeah, that's old.
I feel like these are old.
I mean, I made this like a year ago.
Okay.
And I haven't really.
You should add that picture I took of you at
Venice Beach Bar. Yeah.
Would I order for the table a cheesy gordita crunch?
Good.
Mid.
No, I like it.
Mid. Good. Wait, go up, Lauren. Go up, Lauren. My favorite thing to do while social distancing. I like that. You look cool as hell in that.
Wait, I thought that was an old man.
It's Willie playing guitar in Joshua Tree with a cowboy hat over his hood.
Yep.
Very chill vibes.
Chill.
Yeah, I think my notes are newer photos.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you look better.
I'm worried
now.
that this one's giving away my best asset right off the get go.
And then I think you should go take another look at the prompts.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I think you can go above and beyond with the prompts.
I think
those prompts don't represent how funny you are.
So it sucks, and I'm never gonna find my wife.
No,
I don't think your wife is on Hinge.
What?
Oh wait, your wife is on Hinge. I'm sorry. Was that mean?
That was rude. Look at my knees, weird.
No, I didn't mean that.
I don't think you can find a classy.
Remember when I slipped a bunch?
One second.
You didn't come to
one
softball.
second, Will.
Sorry.
You don't think you can find a classy woman on Hinge? You think it's just like
Baseball cards.
oh,
dude, I'm believing. No, replace it with
baseball cards.
Why do you think I wouldn't be able to find my wife on Hinge?
No, I feel like for Will personally, for some reason.
You think her and I are gonna break up because we met on Hinge?
No, my best friend's older sister just got married to a guy she met on Hinge.
So
he sounds like the worst.
I don't know. Taking a stab in the dark.
No, I
podcast. I have to say something.
It's just a thing. I don't know why I feel like your wife is like in like New York City or something.
That's unfortunate.
That's where my last two were.
I feel like your wife is. Lauren's like, I feel like your wife is like producing a podcast right now. What if you guys started dating? That'd be crazy.
Be epic.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Like an HR violation?
Yeah, we get fired.
Really?
Yeah, that's what happened to Edge and Binder. That's what happened to Lupica and Mott's.
All right, wait. Who's the funniest? Because no one at the office listens to our podcast. Who would be the funniest couple?
Binder and Lupica. I mean, Lupica's engaged.
Elise and Mott's.
Flag and
Flagging,
Tanner.
boss.
Flagging Jerry.
Flagging Tanner.
Flagging Jerry.
Flagging Jerry. Imagine tuning into your favorite podcast, and for 3 minutes they're just like, name you've never heard of and other name you've never heard of. How funny would that be? All right. I'm having a fucking blast today.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day in California.
It is a beautiful rainy day in California, and
So overall, though, pretty good, right?
overall great. You just need to update your photos because
Yeah.
I'm not saying you were ugly at all, but you've kind of hit your stride in the last 4 months.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like you have more good photos.
Like you have kind of some stubble going right now. It's like it's all coming together.
I would say the last month.
It's all
yeah.
coming together.
It's come. I agree.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Therapy can feel like a big investment, but the state of your mind is just as important as your physical health. Let's talk numbers. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 all the way to $250 per session, which adds up fast. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. With BetterHelp, you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big on cost and on time.
I've done therapy. I've been to therapy, and it helped my life a lot. I think it's a really, really great way. I know we have a lot of young men that listen to this podcast, and maybe therapy isn't the sexiest thing, but I think it's a really, really great way to understand yourself and how you interact with the world and the people that you love and care about, and just make you a better person and a better version of yourself. I can't say enough good things about therapy and what it's done for me, and I can't recommend it enough. And BetterHelp is, a great, really accessible way to get into it. They have over 30,000 therapists. It's convenient. You can join with just the click of a button, fit it into your busy life. Your well-being is worth it, guys. Visit betterhelp.com/playdate to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/playdate. Let's get back into the episode.
Here's a question for you. I went to bed last night and I was
Not a question. Oh.
Here's a question. I went to bed last night.
I went to bed last night?
I went to bed last night, and before I went to bed, I was 180.3 pounds. And when I woke up after consuming nothing, I was 181. I was 101 pounds. I was 181.3 pounds. I gained a pound in my sleep. How's that possible?
Maybe spiders.
Eating in the night.
Spiders.
Eating in the night.
Yeah, one of my friends does that. She'll go into the kitchen and just start eating in the
She
middle
wakes
of
up,
the
she's
night.
like, oh, great.
Like sleepwalking?
Yeah. I think she had to lock herself in her
probably
room
bugs.
sometimes. So she.
Oh, you know what? I probably drank water.
And bugs.
But then I pooped and peed, and I still weighed 181
You
pounds.
pooped in the middle of the night?
Yeah, all for the food I ate in my sleep was the pooping next to me in my bed. I don't know
You
where.
wash your sheets? I got a stain from the food I ate in my bed now. And I'm like, do I have to buy new sheets?
Please,
No, you washed
please
them.
buy new sheets.
I washed them.
Wait, do you only have one pair of sheets?
Yeah. Wait, why
What do
is
you
that
do when
crazy?
the other ones are getting washed?
I don't. I do it during the day.
Same.
Interesting.
How long does it take you to wash your sheets?
It's a whole process. Well, by the time I don't like having the bed bare. Because
I mean, the whole washing process takes about 3 hours tops.
brother, you do not know what my nap
So I
schedule
just
is.
get home from work, I take it off my bed, I do them, and I put them back on before I go to bed.
Dude, the rain is so loud right now.
And
What
I
up?
just did it, and there was this stain from the last time I slept on food, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago maybe.
Even after washing,
And I was, so in my mind I was like, this is going to go away, and then I washed it, and I was like,
you gotta get new sheets.
it's not that big.
No tacos on your bed.
Mrs.
Chicks
yeah,
love
what's
that.
yeah, what's next? What else is a bed for? No sleeping.
Well, it's
in
like the
bed?
moment I get new sheets, I'm just going to fall asleep on something else.
That's not the spirit. Mrs. Stimmel told me that if you leave your clean sheets folded on your bed, when the cleaning people
insane.
come, they'll swap them. Like they'll put on your
I
new
don't know,
sheets.
cleaning people.
You should get it's really cheap. It's $50 $50 for us.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's I guess for our house is really white and gray, and so you can see all the dust and shit. It's
yeah.
we just we can't do a good enough job. So to us, it's worth it. But so I had them put on new sheets and then tried to eat Thai food in bed. And when I was trying to get a piece of chicken, it flung.
Why don't you eat your food or Zach food?
Ty's my roommate. I was eating Thai food and I flung the piece of chicken and it left this huge orange stain on the pillow. And I was like, damn it. But now it was just that pillow and another one. But I was like, I don't want to just change one pillowcase. So I changed all the pillowcases. And so now it was like flannel pillowcases with my linen comforter. And then when they came to swap them, they got confused. And so now it's like all mismatched. And
It's
I think
a nightmare.
no, it's actually
How
lovely.
do you live with yourself? Oh.
No, I'm saying like I think I discovered the best combination, which is the flannel comforter on top of the linen fitted sheet, so that you're sitting on a cold thing, but then there's a warm thing on top of you.
I don't have all these options.
Do you think sheets are like $1 million?
No, they were like $30 when I got them.
But just get another pair of sheets.
I don't know. I don't need. Why? What? Oh, now? I'm probably.
I just feel
I'm
like
saying I don't have all these different types.
Oh,
what
my
I was saying.
sisters bought them for me.
Yeah, I've never really understood. I'm new to bedding. I just got the cheapest shit on Target.
I will say, if you invest in just a not like don't go crazy, but if you invest in like nice sheets, like I go home and I sleep like a baby.
I mean, I'll be sleeping.
Did Friday Bears give you like money to help like move out here?
Yes, but it like barely. Yeah,
I spent all of it on. I went to
Barely.
Casper.
Yeah,
And I got like a legit mattress, and that's why like we'll put a picture of it here. My room for a while had no furniture, no bed frame. It was just a mattress because I blew my load on the mattress. That was not what I meant.
well, that's another reason I got to get new sheets.
But it was like I had this cat daddy mattress, but no
sheet.
no bed frame, no like like chairs, no TV. It was just like it was sad.
That's a bummer.
Should we hear our next pitch?
Yeah,
we really
should.
got sidetracked.
Sorry.
So sidetracked. I know. I forgot what we were doing. They're like, what's going on?
I had one glass of wine and a beer last night, and I'm like kind of hungover. I'm getting older.
Did you drink water yesterday or like last night at all?
I drank like over a gallon of water a day. Also, I learned this. You know how sometimes my face is like super, super red? Like it's usually red, but some days like there's like blotches and stuff like that. I think I'm allergic to my face wash. And then I asked ChatGPT and they were like, do you wash your face with hot water? I was like, yeah, it's like scalding.
Oh.
They're like, yeah, don't do that.
Wait, you're gonna ruin my pitch.
Oh, okay. It's like makeup for boys.
No. Crumple.
All right.
Content.
All right, now we got to dial in for these segments.
I have like a weird thing in my throat.
I noticed that.
Yeah, I left it there.
Okay. Next.
That's not what I meant.
You're a freak.
I wasn't the freak. Will's the freak for making the
You're
face.
a pervert.
I'm not a pervert.
All right. Next pitch is
Now
from...
but now I get called a pervert by Lauren, you, and at home. I literally am not safe.
Well, the at home isn't our fault.
Yeah, but I'm not doing anything pervy. Just a guy with a zest for life.
You're zesty. I'm not pervy. I'm zesty.
Not pervy, I'm gay.
All right,
Okay.
let's go.
Peyton Ward says, good morning, Lauren, Willie, D, and Rusty. Longtime listener from the first ever pitcher.
Kind of wish you gave us nicknames.
Morning.
What's her name?
Peyton.
Peyton, I'm still excited to hear your pitch, though.
She says, I love you guys. What?
Love you too. Love you too.
What is the what's one of the most annoying parts of a sports bar?
You know, we talked about this last episode where it was like Lauren will get hung up on like normal words. The word she got hung up on there was one. What is one of the words?
What is
what?
Oni?
What do you, Peyton? What are you talking
Game
about?
audio is too loud.
Nope.
Wait, what was the question? What's one of the
What's
worst?
the most annoying part about a sports bar?
Sometimes I just want to hear.
What's the most annoying part about a sports bar?
No chicks.
No, you like not everyone is rooting for the same thing. Maybe you feel like you can't root for your team because you're in like when we're at Jameson's, it's like you just have to be an LSU fan.
Yeah. What? I've never been there for an LSU game, so I can't relate. But
Yeah. Well, this is a little more vague. She says when the crappy bar napkins or the crappy fake coasters stick to your drink and get all mushy.
Yes,
that's true.
I've never even thought about that, but that's so odd that it does that. Continue, Peyton.
Yeah.
and get all mushy and keep falling, sticking to the bottom of your drink. So after much deliberation, I introduced the pocket coaster. This is similar to the style of the windshield sunshades that like contort/spin into a circle to fit in your car for storage, but it is a tiny disc made of polyester so that it fits in your wallet, pocket, purse, and can be stored away but popped up at any moment. Take it a step further and you can get them in different colors and customize it to say whatever you want. It is sure to be a hit when you whip it out for all your drinks at your next bar encounter.
Yes.
I will find myself, I do it with beer labels, I do it with napkins, and I do it with the shitty coasters. Where like if I'm sitting at a bar long enough, I will just have like a sea. It looks like I'm like building a nest because I like peel everything off. I like rip up the coaster.
I've seen this.
It's awful. It makes me look like a child.
I want this thing honestly for my own house too, because my mom is super particular about like coasters on everything. So it'd be good to have that just to whip out, so you don't have to like source a coaster. You know?
Yeah,
I love it. Peyton.
I'm in.
Thank you, Peyton. Peyton,
right.
Peyton.
What's the worst part about making pasta?
Your friend
overcooking
pronounces
it
it like a fucking moron.
Wrong. It takes like waiting for the water to boil.
Oh, it's awful. It's excruciating. And you can't watch the pot. It's like, how do I know when it's boiled? But I can't watch it. Back and forth.
You can't watch the pot? What's that, like a rule?
A watch pot doesn't boil. You didn't know that?
Yeah, that's right. Things that do exist. Anyway, my answer is why don't we just have, my water gets so fucking hot in my sink sometimes that it burns my hands. Like I swear to God, it's like 10 degrees away from being boiling. Mm-hmm. Why not just have a boiling water faucet
that exists
on your sink?
We had one growing up. It's like a little one.
Really?
I mean, it's a degree away from being boiling, but it's like, it's for, you'd like press it and it would be like for like tea or like anything that you're making that's hot. And it's like it was like scalding.
Mr. Bougie over here.
That is not that was not bougie.
When I was living in the salt mines and my parents were
put a picture of Will's house in Charleston right here.
Exactly.
Just so people know
I'm gonna send
Will was the bougie one.
I'm gonna send you a picture of a house in a salt mine.
No. All right. We're gonna put Will and I's childhood houses next to each other right now, and we were gonna see Will is Mr. Bougie.
It was
Jack is not
in salt.
Jack is not Mr. Bougie.
Salt everywhere.
You lived in a beautiful pink house in Charleston.
There was salt everywhere.
Put a picture of a grain of salt right here.
There was salt everywhere. The house looked nice on the outside. Wait till you got inside. It was like a salt mine. Anyway.
What is up with even salt mines?
That's where I lived growing up. It was full of salt.
What? It's home. We licked the walls.
I scrapped for parts.
Would you rather live in a house made of salt or sugar?
Yes.
Salt, because the sugar house would be like flea infested.
Yeah, I would go salt.
Ugh.
And if it snowed, not a problem.
Definitely a problem.
Salt house?
No, salt house sturdy.
Salt house, no snowing, salt melt.
What do you want me to tell you, Edith? I can't build you a house out of candy. It will melt.
What is that?
It's from Dewey Cox.
Right.
Not if it never rains.
All right, well, I guess it exists, but it would be boiling water. I feel like I should just be able to fill up the pot and then put the pasta.
I will say you're right that there's no, to my knowledge, there's no faucet that puts ready to boil. Or like you'd put it in the pot and it would be rumbling.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
All right.
You said that in a very Midwestern way. I don't know if you're doing that as a joke. But
what?
I don't get what this whole pasta thing is.
You said pasta.
Where is my phone?
Pasta? I don't know. I feel like I go back and forth.
My pitch.
Yep.
All right. I don't know who started this, but I love what's the worst part about.
Okay. Yeah.
The Playmates did.
The Playmates started.
I think you might have. I don't know.
No, I think it was. That's why I was saying like I don't know who did it.
Got it.
What is the worst part about like? What's the worst part about like trying to figure out how much weed you're about to ingest?
Doing it. I don't know.
So like you're like
it's
looking
hard
at,
to do.
You're trying to figure out if you should take 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams. Like what's the worst part about that? Like why are you thinking about that?
You don't want to get scared.
You don't want to get too high. Yeah. Or you want to know, you have no idea how this is going to affect you.
Sure.
Mine is called Test the Waters. You would show it how much you're planning on taking or how long you're going to rip it or how many triples you're going to drink, whatever. And it lets you experience how high that would be for just 1 minute.
Got it.
So you can be like, oh, that's lovely. And then you're like, what about like one more? And it's like, whoa, no.
I like it.
So 1 minute, you get to experience what
It
it
like
would feel
links
like.
into your brain.
Yeah, it's like in Neuralink.
That's awesome.
Or a different one that's not by Elon.
Here's,
like that a lot.
here's another addition to that. You can find someone in a TV show or a movie and you want to replicate that, like their vibe, and then it'll tell you.
How high they are?
Yeah.
I'm completely supportive of this. I just genuinely do not know what you're talking about.
Like, okay.
I want you to be happy.
If there's someone thank you. I'm really glad you want me to be happy.
If there's someone you're watching on TV, you can experience how high they are.
Yeah, what was so confusing about that?
No. Like if there's someone really funny and goofy and
You can feel what it would be like to be them.
and you want to be on that level. It made sense in my head. It made sense.
Lauren
I'm buying.
Peach. Lauren
I'm in,
Peach.
dog. All right. Should we do Teach Me Something?
Teach me something.
Right.
I need help.
Sometimes the way your brain works amazes me, Lauren.
Thanks.
All right. Vince Gill. You know who that is? I like vaguely knew who he was
Brent.
before reading this story.
Maybe
but-
sounds.
I meant to say, is he the Breaking Bad guy?
No,
Oh, that's Vince Gill again.
Vince Gill's like a very famous like country bluegrass singer. Pure Prairie League was his band, which I think they're pretty famous. Anyway, he's in Eagles now. The Eagles.
They're still around.
Yeah, they
for
just
them.
did a residency at the Sphere.
Hell yeah.
But anyway,
That's sick.
he's like a legendary musician, whatever. But I guess when he was in college, Kiss was playing in whatever town they were in.
Yep.
And they got the opener fell through, and they were like a local like college band, and they got a call from like a promoter, and it was like, hey, do you want to fill in like an opening spot at this big venue tonight? And they were like, sure, yeah, we're in. Like big opportunity. And then they're like going to the venue, and they realize they see all the people with the face paint, and they're like, oh my god, are we opening for fucking Kiss? And they're like mellow, like folky bluegrass music. And so they get in there and they go to open up for Kiss, and apparently the people were just like, what the fuck is this? And like
Throwing them to the
literally
wolves.
like throwing shit at them, doing all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
And then apparently he yelled "kiss my ass" and mooned them and walked off the stage. And then became like a legendary musician.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
All right, kind of in the same vein of yours.
it's also about Kiss.
It's also about mine's about Gene Simmons. We all know the song "Can I Kick It"
Yes, you can.
by Tribe.
Yeah.
And it samples Lou Reed's
Walk on the Wild Side.
"Walk on the Wild Side," and basically, because it's the exact same
Yeah.
riff, whatever. Lou Reed owns 100% of the publishing and royalties for A Tribe Called Quest's "Can I Kick It." The group has never made a dime from "Can I Kick It."
Damn.
This is a quote from this article. A Tribe Called Quest member Fife Dog tells Rolling Stone Reed allowed the group to use the sample with one condition. I remember with Jive, there was a problem with the sample being cleared. Fife recalls, I don't think they cleared the sample, and instead of Lou Reed saying you can't use it, he said, y'all can use it, but I get all the money from that. Fife says Reed took 100% of the royalties and publishing, and to this day, we haven't seen a dime from that song.
It's kind of awesome because honestly, it was like mutually beneficial because like I'm sure that was so
Yeah.
big for their career.
Yeah.
This is it's their biggest song. But also, Lou Reed has probably made $20 million. I don't know how much those songs
More
made,
than
but
that,
like
probably.
it's like one of the most popular songs of all time. Diddy had to pay. Why am I blanking on who sang the "Every breath I'll be watching you, every move you"?
I know,
make,
but now you're
every-
embarrassing me because I also don't know.
But that whoever sang that song, Diddy has to pay him. It was something like
It's like The
7,000.
Cure or something like that.
I don't know. It was like
Every breath you take.
The police.
The
Oh,
police.
the police. Duh.
It was-
I knew that.
I was thinking that.
Look up how much does Diddy have to pay, or had to? How much did Diddy have to pay? for
Police.
pay for I'll be missing you.
Oh god.
Shit's hard. $5,000 in daily royalty payments.
Per day. $5,000 per day, which is like $750,000 a year.
What does Diddy have to do with this song?
It's the song. He made
I'll Be
the
Missing
song.
You is like a song that he did that samples.
Oh, I don't know.
Every breath.
It's a fucking bop.
I don't know any music by him.
But it's
Yeah, I don't
about
either.
it's about a guy he
Wait.
killed him.
Should not have done that. Diddy actually does not pay Sting.
I saw a podcast of Sting saying he does.
I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, fuck him. Okay.
But like that one you can't blame on me. Like I saw Sting on a podcast being like,
I didn't blame it on you.
fuck you, Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone, don't do an article. I don't care how big my album
I'll leave your concert even earlier.
I don't care. Oh yeah, fuck. Oh yeah, also fuck the Rolling Stones.
All right.
Your concert was ass.
Teach me or This Guy Rocks. This Guy Rocks.
I want everyone to know.
I just feel bad
I was joking.
about the Rolling Stones.
I like the Rolling Stones. I honestly just wanted to go home and see someone.
Did you both do Teach Me Something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This guy
Rocks. This guy rocks. This guy rocks today.
Hey, hey.
I said, this guy rocks and he rocks so hard. He rocks on the balls and he rocks on my lungs and he rocks in my yard. He rocks till he rocks and he rocks around. He rocks around and he takes you downtown. Lauren, this is mine. Pause it immediately, and I mean immediately. Please, please, please. Okay, there you go.
Airdrop from Jack's phone
Failed. Jack's iPhone 3. Every iPhone I've had has been iPhone. Okay.
Here we go.
What I'm about to show you, it's two people, and they're gonna tell you about like a performance they're about to do.
Okay.
But it has something to do with bondage. If I tried to go find the full performance, but it's like behind a paywall, and I was like, I don't really want to do that. So like, I'm gonna show you this, and you try and tell me like what the fuck it is.
Okay.
Leaf and Icky.
And I'm not doing this with any hate. It's just out of pure curiosity. Like I genuinely just have never been more confused as to what it is in my life.
All right. Let's hit it.
Kind of where the spoiler alerts happen, because now we're going to negotiate what you're about to see. I'm in the mood for like an arms behind kind of box tie. Awesome. Very fun. I was thinking today that we would be doing maybe 2 bent leg ties, 2 photos, and maybe some waist rope. Sounds good. Awesome. Yeah, I know that's like one of our favorites. And then I loved also to negotiate for extras. Extras being hair rope, mouth rope, things that you don't necessarily need from a suspension that add more spice to it. No to mouth rope. Great. Yes to hair rope. Yay. Yeah. And I would be really into playing a lot with the waist rope. I'm feeling like that might be really fun. Yeah. You know, like a lot of like backbendy kind of. Backbendy. Yeah. See how far we can go kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sure. Yay. Performing is our absolute favorite thing to do. We think performances really help you figure out what your style of rope really is. Come join us and get a really intimate look at our dynamic. We don't have a plan for today, so come find out what we did.
So, all right, do you want to negotiate?
Yes.
I want ass rope.
No to ass rope, but I would counter with maybe ankles behind ears rope.
Down, but I want taint rope that hurts.
All right, deal, but I get to give you rug burn on your nuts. Done. But
Shake
so like
on it. We shook on that.
like if this was just like two people that are just about to like have sex and it's like bondage,
yeah,
I think I could wrap my head around it. What is confusing is they have like the performer mics on and they're asking people to come see it. Is it like a sex show? Is it like theater? Like I just don't. I have no gauge for what it could be.
I think it
is
a sex show. Or do you think they're clothed?
I mean,
I think it's a sex thing.
Well, it's surely a sex thing, but like, is there You know,
I think it's become kind of like a sport or a practice out of it being a sex thing. And like now these people just want to do it because they enjoy bondage.
interesting?
Yeah, it's like baseball.
It's like baseball.
I have nothing against anyone who is into that. I just count my lucky stars that I am not. Like, I think that must be a really confusing thing to navigate where you're like, I'm really into this. And like, when I get a new partner, I have to like broach that subject and like, probably lose. Like, you probably have lost some relationships because they're not able to fulfill your bondage needs.
Okay, but this page has 500K followers. I feel like this is like more common than you think.
Surely. No, I just mean like,
Yeah.
like if you went out on a date, you'd have to bring that up relatively quickly.
That it's a big part of your life.
That's like a thing.
I
you
find
need.
it hard to get them to put the rope in my mouth.
But once they do it, they're
once
hooked.
they do it, I feel like they usually get the hang of it.
Right.
All right, I slacked you mine, Lauren. This guy is who I'm voting for president.
Is this guy gonna rock, Will?
Of course he is. Just play it. This is cause and effect consulting. Just friggin' go.
How many networking events are you attending per week? How many people are you DMing per hour?
All right, Lauren, pause
Hey,
it.
Mike, what you do sounds cool.
Willie, how many networking events? Actually, let's watch the whole thing and then we can break it down. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack yours.
You hijack
Love
mine.
to hear more
I'm
and
just
tell you
kidding.
about what I do. Here's my calendar if you want to talk. Please hop my calendar to learn more.
So that guy changed my life. I hopped on his calendar and I now have $1 million.
I don't even know where to begin to hop on his calendar.
Fedora and no shirt.
Bro looks like he eats all 10 millimeter sockets. What does that mean?
It's like a tool.
He looks very like something about his face. I feel like captures like so many
Hot?
emotions.
He's not. I mean, he's not a real guy.
That is cause and effect consulting.
Okay, Will, let's think about this. How many networking events are you going to per
None.
week? How many? What was the other one?
DMs are you messages are you sending? None. This guy has reinvigorated my passion for life, and I'm going to one of his seminars in a few weeks at his house alone, and I'm very excited.
He's like, okay, now we're gonna negotiate mouth rope.
I mean, I want to negotiate. This is the guy I would negotiate mouth rope with. All right, should we get into our drafts?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Let's get into our drafts, boy. Lauren, you get to pick. Would you rather hear ways to say you're hungry first or ways to cancel plans first? Hungry? Are you hungry?
I'm hungry.
Okay.
I'm actually starving right now.
Too.
so
I
this
didn't
is-
eat breakfast. I never really eat breakfast, but
These are ways to tell your friends you're hungry.
I think these are ways to say you're hungry.
I'm so fucking sorry. These are ways to say you're hungry.
I'm losing altitude quick.
I'm down to my last tomato.
I could kick a dog. I'm so hungry.
I'm not trying to make weight here.
My tummy is saying, let's get ready to grumble.
I got a grumble
So
I should listen
stupid.
to.
Sorry, say it again.
I got a grumble I should listen to. This might be our worst one
This
yet.
is literally the worst draft we've ever done.
My stomach is grumbling like there's no tomorrow.
I need to reload the clip.
I'm burning a lot of fuel.
I got to put some balls in my hoop.
Hungry. Hungry.
I want to formally apologize to all the playmates out there for that draft. That was not representative of our
I was
character.
trying to think of them, and I was like, I can't do
It's
this.
dude,
That
I
one sucked.
I googled like ways that exist to get some inspiration. There's like none.
Yeah, that one sucked.
But
sorry,
I
guys.
actually am very excited about the ways to cancel plans.
All right. Oh, my shelves need restocking. I guess that was another one. That's not good either. All right. These are ways to cancel plans.
The line for the Jonas Brothers tickets is, the line for Jonas Brothers tickets is so long. You understand, right?
I sense a disturbance in the force.
I got drafted to the war.
It's garbage night.
I can't. What? I can't figure out any of the Bridge Trolls riddles.
I got my shirt and pants all switched around again.
I'm lost in a mirror maze.
My pets got loose.
My laser tag team made it to the finals.
Roads are looking real slick.
Those are good.
We're back.
We're so back.
We are back. Can we get Cha-Cha again for lunch?
No. I can't eat that like too often.
Why, is it bad for you?
It's just like a lot. I
I
feel
want
like
a Cubano.
Is it healthy?
I just mean like it's like it feels like a lot.
Yeah, I was kind of like bogged
It's like
down
heavy.
after. Yeah.
It's delicious, but
Dude, I wish I lived in Jamaica.
all right. Whose personality are you stealing?
I'm gonna steal Bears Hammond's purse. Can you Google how to pronounce that?
What?
BERES.
Oh, didn't you already steal this guy's?
No. Yes. Pronunciation.
You already stolen him.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Um,
A long time ago.
I
long-
am stealing. Guess whose I'm stealing? Juan Soto.
Why?
Because I'm going to have a home run weekend with my dad at spring training. I'm going to 3 Mets games. Going to get to really get a
next
good look.
weekend?
Yeah, the weekend after this episode airs. Okay. And I'm just super excited to get to spend time with my dad and get to see the Mets. And I think this is going to be our year. So to get to see them in spring training is pretty cool.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna steal Polly from Goodfellas personality
Nice.
because I'm gonna try and do more listening than I do talking, which is something I'm working on.
All right.
And then I'm not gonna move a lot because he doesn't move for anyone. That's a thing that they say in the movie.
It's true. What am I, some fucking clown to you?
That's a different guy.
Okay.
That's
I'll make
true.
you laugh. I'm funny.
What the fuck is so funny about me?
What the fuck? You
It's
know
like the
that
way you tell
did
the
I ever
story.
tell you that kid that gets shot in that one scene? You know that like teenager that like brings them their drinks?
Yeah, he shoots a spider.
Yeah, that's Michael Imperioli.
Who's that?
He's in Sopranos. He's in White Lotus. He's like look, Google Michael Imperioli. Like you would recognize him.
Oh, like he's
like a super famous actor as an old
that's
guy.
him in the movie?
Yes.
Spider?
Yes.
Spider gets shot in the foot.
Yeah, when he's like 15.
We watched Goodfellas last night, but I left early.
Never seen it.
All right, Lauren, quick. Personality.
I'm stealing my mother's personality because when this episode comes out, her birthday is in 2 days.
Wow.
And holy shit, my stomach is like
Oh.
making so
Wait,
many
is her
noises.
birthday Pie Day?
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
3/14, yeah. And I love my mother, and I feel like she's gonna have a wonderful birthday, so I want to embody that.
Happy birthday, Nancy.
Happy birthday, Nancy! If you're listening,
Happy birthday, Nancy.
She definitely did not get this far. She doesn't make it this
My
far.
dad and
anymore.
I were at dinner the other day, and he was like, "When are you gonna shout out Barney Butter on the pod?" And I was like, "Will does it all. Like Will's done it like multiple times,
Yeah.
and that's how I learned that he doesn't listen."
My dad listens to every episode.
Denellen Tube,
Shout out Danelle and Tube.
Tim Denellen. Tim Denellen's the goat.
He's a goat. You'll see him
Wait,
next week.
Mr. Denellen, if you've made it this far, you have to text Will a series of numbers and letters that like wouldn't make sense in any other context and couldn't be a mistake. That's how we're gonna know that you listened to the
All
whole
right,
episode.
it's a test. All right, bye.
Bye, Mr.
Wait,
Denellen.
when are we gonna see them?
Oh, guys, we're gonna see you. We're gonna have a great rest of your Wednesday. Have a great Thursday, Friday, and we will see you guys after probably the best weekend of your life. And then we will see you guys on Monday. Love you. Bye bye.